We are on the way to some state parks. We're going to Morris State Park right now. It is, according to our handy-dandy Missouri State Park Centennial Passport, this is the description. Explore a geologic oddity, Crowley's Ridge at Morris State Park. The ridge rises 200 feet above the Mississippi River's floodplain and consists of a strip of low hills ranging from a half mile to 5 or more miles wide. The park, which was donated to the state by Jim Morris, consists of unusual soil types and rare plant species. A 2.25-mile loop trail extends through a portion of the ridge and allows visitors to see just how powerful erosion can be. So we've got both unusual soil and powerful erosion. The pictures of the trail look cool. It's also one of the smallest state parks in the state of Missouri at only 1,600 acres. So we just got done with Morris State Park, a good trail, 2.25 miles. The neat thing about it was really for about the whole hike, to both your left and your right were huge drop-offs. I could see how maybe in the summer, once all the leaves get out, it wouldn't be that great of a hike, but because there's not many leaves on the trees, this time of year we were able to see quite a ways.
So it was like on one side, like you hike along the top of the ridge. On one side was a steep drop off and like lowland farms, so like giant fields as far as you could see through the woods. And then the other side wasn't as much of a drop off, but it was another flat area with peach orchards. So as far as you could see, the town was Campbell, and it's the peach capital of Missouri. So that's where we were hiking.
Another fascinating thing is because of the interesting topography of the land, you've got some strange soils, and it's home to over 300 different plant species, several of which are only native to Campbell, Missouri, in that small area, that ridge. And so you had a lot of beech trees. They're really susceptible to fire and illness, so most of the big trees are dead and hollow. There's one really neat one in particular that Ben could almost crawl inside of. I think the most... Maddie definitely could. The strangest part of the trail for me was the very end. So you've been in the woods for about an hour and a half, and then all of a sudden you come out into a peach orchard that seems to be private property. They even have a sign about like the property line for the Missouri State Park. And then they have some blazes and arrows to keep walking. You walk right past somebody's house that is obviously private property. They have, I'm guessing it's 2 cages full of a pack of hunting dogs that were really excited to see people.
And Bernie.
And so it might seem like you're trespassing, you're lost, and you very well may be, but follow the signs and you'll eventually get back to the car.
Yeah, it's like, so the first 2 miles or so were all through the wood, like a really swampy, kind of marshy woodland. Like it was muddy, and this time of year the bugs aren't out yet, but I can imagine in the summer that it would not be as great to hike because of the mud and the bugs. And then you come up around the back end.
Turn right onto North Douglas Street.
And so then there's got to be just some like land agreement where you're just walking on the property line between the orchards and these people's home, and then you go on a country road for like a last quarter mile, and then you end up back at the parking lot where you started. So that tail end of the trail was really unusual compared to a lot of state park trails we've been on. But the first 2 miles are all going to be going across the bottom of the marshy, swampy mud woodland area, and then up on top of the ridge to the end. So that was pretty neat.
Turn right onto